Good evening, everybody. This is Andrew Mcloughlin with the National Truck Driving School, and I want to welcome everybody to our live Tuesday night webinar. We got a very special webinar for everybody this evening. As I said, we have a special guest from Roehl Transportation. We'll talk to Ethan in just a couple of minutes. Our host for this evening is Mr. Bruce Granai, and Bruce has been a tractor-trailer driver for well over 40 years. Bruce started at National Training back in the 80s, and he started out as a tractor-trailer instructor, and then went back out on the road again. He worked as a solo driver. He worked as a team driver. He did a lot of flatbed driving, did husband and wife driving. Bruce, with the love for the road, went out again, did some more driving, kind of semi-retired, and came back to work at National in the admissions department. So I want to welcome Bruce Granai.
Well, I want to thank you for that welcome there, Andrew. You know, I always look forward to these webinars, and we got a huge bunch of people here tonight. I see my friend Conrad dropped in to see us. Conrad was in my office today. So we're ready to get rolling on this if everybody's seated and comfortable.
Bruce, what I want to do now is I want to welcome Ethan Baughman from Roehl Transportation. And I'm also going to put Rob Nelson online as well. Rob, I got to say that you want to talk a little bit about Ethan before we bring him on?
Well, yeah, we had some strange dealings with Ethan, and the reason for I say strange, Ethan really came aboard when he was under 21, and 21 is the age, of course, for DOT. We can't get anybody certified in DOT, Department of Transportation certified to cross the state lines, of course. But Ethan wanted to come to school, and he started, and unfortunately we had to phase him out a little bit. He had to wait till he was 21, but he came back and he aced the course. And he just put his heart and soul. He managed to do he was under 21. He couldn't even get the financing, really, because of his age. He managed to do that on his own. He did everything. And he picked this company, Roehl, which is out of one of the larger carriers. They transport out of the Midwest and up and down the coast. And he went ahead with these guys. And I haven't really talked to Ethan since then, other than we got a Christmas card, I think, from him and so forth, because I did enroll him. But this is a young man who was really motivated to get on with the industry. And I give Ethan a lot of credit, because this was his thing, and this is what he always wanted to do.
Ethan is basically the backbone of America. Somebody that wants to go out and do something. Well, Ethan, with that, I don't want you to get a big head. Welcome to our webinar tonight.
Thank you, Andrew.
Excellent. And so, Ethan, what year did you graduate?
I graduated last October.
Last October.
So,
and what have you been doing since then, Ethan?
Ever since then, I got hired on in the middle of November. I got hired on with the Roehl. They actually have very small orientation classes. I went to their terminal in Ellenwood, Georgia, and I got hired on there, and pretty much I've been driving for them ever since, and honestly, I really could not be happier.
Okay. And could you tell us anything about Roehl as far as a company? I saw on their website they have about 2,000 trucks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They have they have about 2,000 trucks. They just bought about I believe it's about 1,200 new trailers. They got the newer trailers with the aerodynamic side skirts on them, and I'm actually pulling one right now. And I gotta say that it definitely helps in high winds and everything. So their main thing is safety. And they have it all over their terminal, and they have it on their website. That is their cornerstone value, is that they are a safe company.
Ethan, that you drive, is it a lot of drop and hook? Do you do a lot of loading and unloading?
Actually, I'd say about 90% of the time it is drop and hook. I picked up this load. It was a preloaded trailer. I'm heading up to Maine, and I'll be dropping this one off and picking up an empty trailer, and I'll be doing another drop and hook. It's really just a hit and miss. I mean, the majority of the time I am doing drop and hook, and it's hardly ever live loads.
Yeah. Are you enjoying life out on the road?
Honestly, I am. I'm loving it a lot more than I thought I would. And they have at Roehl, you have a different days that you can stay. You can choose out how long you want to stay out. You have to stay out a minimum of 10 days, and after 10 days, you'll get it's 3 days or it's 3 days off, and then it just goes up from there. I chose out on. I usually stay out about 20 days, and I take 4 days off. And this time I'm staying out 35 days, and I'm going to take a whole week off since I have a birthday I have to go to. So.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. Do they pay the tolls?
Yes, they have. We have Easy Pass and Pre Pass. Pre Pass for the way stations, and then Easy Pass. They pay all the tolls. Any tolls that are not covered under Easy Pass, such as I've gone down the Florida Turnpike and the Oklahoma Turnpike. You do have to pay for it out of pocket, but whenever you send in the receipt with your trip pack or with when you scan in your paperwork, they reimburse it on your next check. They reimburse all tolls.
Hey, Ethan, would you recommend national training and then going to work for Roehl?
Oh, definitely. I honestly, I was extremely happy with national training that I chose to go there instead of another school, to be honest.
Okay, did you look at some of the other schools?
I did. Back when I was 18, when I was first playing with the idea of getting into trucking, I went to Sanford and looked at TDI, and I looked at Roadmaster, and everything that I read online as far as previous students that have gone to national. I just knew that was probably the best school for me, and with the I went to one of the open houses at National, the very first one I went to. That's when I met Rob Nelson and spoke with him about everything, and that's when we started to get everything set up, and I knew that was the right school for me.
Okay, I want to thank Ethan, for coming on with us tonight. Thank you very much, Ethan.